What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC. We back with another reaction. Today we're reacting to LeBron James' ex-teammate Mario Chalmers claims nobody fears LeBron. I'm just going to see what they saying first, and then I'll say whatever I gotta say after.
All right, Shannon, jump in here. Is there any truth to what Mario Chalmers is saying?
No, that's his opinion. The question is, ask Magic Johnson, was he afraid of Mike? Ask Larry Bird, was he afraid of Mike? As a matter of fact, ask the Detroit Pistons, were they ever afraid of Michael Jordan? And I guarantee the answer would be no. Now, so I'm trying to figure out, Skip. So from the time LeBron broke through with the Heat, when he went to the Heat, so you mean to tell me a man that ran the Eastern Conference for 8 straight years, wasn't nobody afraid? Now, this is what Paul George said after being eliminated by the LeBron 4 or 6 times. He says, real frustrating to continue losing to the same team or the same person. It's real.
I feel you, PG. I feel you, PG. I feel you, because it's like, yo, he with D-Wade in Miami, you breaking through. All right, cool. He get his 2 rings. All right, cool. Then he go to Cleveland. Then he team up with Kyrie. It's like D-Wade is crazy. Now I got to deal with this nigga and Kyrie, and I'm still with the same niggas. I'm still with Lance Stevenson, Roy Hibbert, and George Hill. I'm still with these niggas, bruh.
Big 3 together. Okay, as the New Jersey Nets, why they gave up what they gave up to get Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, to pair them with Joe Johnson and Darren Williams. Why would they do that, Skip? Now, this is what you hold against Steph Curry. You said Steph Curry got on a plane and led a contingent to Sag Harbor to knock on a 7-foot man who was vacationing door, which was one Kevin Durant, said, would you please come join us?
Save us.
Does that not sound like somebody that is fearful of one LeBron James?
Okay.
The problem that I have, Skip, if you want to say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, I got no problem with that. I would disagree with you, but I got no problem. The problem that I have is that when you say Jordan is the GOAT, you do everything you can to discredit LeBron. If you want to say, look, Jordan got 5 MVPs. He got 6 finals, 6 chips. He got this many scoring titles. He scored this many points a game. He averaged this. He did this and that. Gotcha. Because I'm going to say, well, LeBron has done this. He got this many MVPs. He gets finals MVP. He led the league in scoring. He led the league in assists. So I'm going to do a culmination. I'm not saying, well, this and that. I'm not going to discredit Mike because Mike did what he did. It seems like when they try to make their point, I believe you can make your point saying someone is the best without trying to be disrespectful and discredit. I believe 8 years of running the Eastern Conference, and ain't nobody said, man, ooh, I want to go back and Skip. I was trying to find footage where people say, man, I can't wait to play the Cavaliers. Man, I can't wait to get the Miami Heat because that's the matchup that I want. Everybody was trying to do everything they could. Nobody wanted to be at the 1 seed because you have to see the Heat. Or you're going to have to see the 1 or 2 seed. That means early on, you're going to have to see the Cavaliers or the Heat. Everybody trying to stay out of the 7 or the 8 spot. Let's wait till the very, very last minute. Ask Toronto. Ask DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Ask Dwayne Casey. Did they fear LeBron James? I think you get to a man, I think you say yes. Look, Mario, that's his opinion. Because he never heard how you never heard it. But you say, well, they didn't say it, but I saw people. Skip. Are you worried about what people say? I don't care about what your words. I care about your actions. Well, I saw people shrink in the moment playing LeBron, but they never said it. Real, you just blew your case up.
What I'll say, I think that there's a difference between being respected and being feared. I think LeBron probably is the most respected person in the NBA, and I don't, based off of what I'm hearing, like I didn't hear what Mario Chalmers said. I didn't hear it in full length. But based on what Mario Chalmers is saying, I think I disagree with what Mario Chalmers is saying. But there is a difference between being respected and being feared. I think somebody like a Jordan or Kobe is more likely to be feared because a Jordan or Kobe is going to try to embarrass you, right? If LeBron beats my team over and over again, that may not make somebody afraid, right? But if a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant is gonna go out there and continuously attack you, continuously challenge you, continuously push you, continuously try to embarrass you and torch you, LeBron does not, from my vantage point, LeBron does not play that way. LeBron doesn't play to embarrass anybody. LeBron does not take shit, usually doesn't take a whole lot of trash talk personal. Usually, sometimes, every now and then, it'll happen. And LeBron doesn't go out there and try to prove and make an example of somebody. But a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, even a Shaquille O'Neal would go out there and make somebody an example, try to embarrass somebody. And losing to somebody over and over again probably isn't going to make you feel feared. It's just like, all right, the nigga better than everybody, cool. Like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you played sports before. Like, there's a difference between a nigga just being nice and nobody on the team can fuck with him and y'all lose versus a nigga, like, will attack you and make you question why you even playing ball to begin with. Like, there's niggas out there that try to do that to niggas. So, I think that there is a distinction. With all of that being said, I still disagree with Mario Chalmers. But I feel like that's potentially, like, I feel like Jordan is probably more feared, probably, because of things of that reason or things like that. So.
All right, my turn.
My turn.
I believe that Mario Chalmers was speaking about then because he has some credibility, I think high credibility. He started alongside LeBron James for all 4 years that LeBron played for the Miami Heat. He was right there, up close, personal, on top of it, witnessed it from inside out. So he does have some credibility. He's not some player who kept losing to LeBron who now says, I wasn't afraid of him. He's not Jordan. I don't even know if he's the biggest Jordan fan. But Mario Chalmers is not some random. I want to qualify him first before I dive into this. Because
he's a solid player for the Heat.
Okay, remember,
let's clarify that.
He played at Kansas. He was the MOP, most outstanding player of that Final Four against Derrick Rose in Memphis because, remember, Chalmers hit the late three that tied the game to send it to overtime against the Memphis Tigers, and they took over. Kansas Jayhawks did and won in overtime.
Correct.
Okay, so he has some not a great player, certainly not in LeBron's league, but good enough, they called him Rio, to start for the Heat for those 4 years.
Let's talk about that.
Remember, his context is then. I don't think he's talking about now at all because his tense was out of whack. They don't. Nobody fears LeBron. I think it should be ED, feared. He's talking about then, okay, in that time frame because he was there up close and personal, and he witnessed what happened the first go-around with the Heat in 2011. LeBron had an all-time superstar meltdown, and Rio is right there. It's games 4, 5, and 6 against the Dallas Mavericks. You know what happened or didn't happen with LeBron. Well, he saw that. Then he was there the next year, and remember, it was the Mario Chalmers Memorial Game in Game 4 of the next finals that helped LeBron get his first ring. Because remember that night in Game 4 against the then Baby Thunder, Mario Chalmers scored 25 in that game, scored 12 in the fourth quarter alone. LeBron had a very good game, but Chalmers was really the star of the night and took over in that fourth quarter. Okay. So there's some credibility there.
All right.
Then the next year's 2013, he was there in Game 6, and he saw. I think LeBron just unraveled down the stretch. You don't. You said he scored points early, but again, he did have 2 uncharacteristic late turnovers in the last minute, and then he missed the 3 that would have tied the game, and we know what happened. Ray Allen happened and shot me right in the heart. Then 2014, Rio was there right alongside LeBron, and Rio wasn't very good in that finals.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was pretty terrible. In fact, he did get replaced in Game 5, which was in San Antonio, and became the closeout game because Ray Allen replaced him in the starting lineup, if you recall that night. But LeBron wasn't very good in the games 3 and 4 back in Miami. Remember, they split in San Antonio in 3 and 4. LeBron wasn't LeBron James in those couple of games. He just wasn't quite himself. Whatever reason, and they got blown off the floor by a record finals margin.
Right.
Mario Chalmers saw that. So he's saying...
Yeah, he participated.
Yeah, he participated. So he's watching Greg Popovich in 2013, especially wave defenders off LeBron. Just let him shoot that. Let him any of the outside shots, especially the three-point shots. Get off him. Get off him. So he's saying in that period when he was there playing alongside, he did not see fear in the eyes of opponents. The way he was told, because he didn't play against Jordan, the way he was told that players feared Michael Jordan. Okay, now back to we could argue this all day and all night. Did Magic deep down fear Michael Jordan? I think he did. That's just me because he saw what a force he was.
Right.
And you can also say Magic feared nobody on a basketball court, and you could be right. I'm just talking about a healthy, maybe fear is not the operative word. Was he very concerned about how they were going to deal with Michael Jordan?
Right.
Well, sure he
was. You don't think team was concerned how they're going to deal with LeBron James?
Sure they are. And listen, to your point, I think as time has passed, especially after that run, once he went back to Cleveland, then I think there's some fear started because he started playing. He got bigger and stronger. He got bulkier in his shoulders. Mm-hmm. Even to this day, I think that LeBron right now is as feared as much as he ever has been in his career because he plays bully ball like nobody's. He's still the best bully ball player in the league, and you know this. When he decides right now, I'm going to take this game over, well, what can he do? He can just go down low, just post up and call for the ball and just wheel on people. They can't stop him. If he gets going downhill toward the rim, unlike Russell Westbrook, when he gets going hell-bent to the rim, who can stop ambidextrous LeBron James? Well, that's a side of his game that wasn't in full force during these years in Miami.
But Skip, if you remember, Skip, he broke up that Detroit dynasty, what they had with Chauncey and Rip and Rashid and Big Ben and Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah, no,
it seemed like Shannon don't like that LeBron doesn't seem to be getting his respect, which is understandable. He's like, yo, like, he did all these things. Like, stop talking crazy about Bron. But it's like, you know what? Maybe it was that he wasn't as respected. Regardless, I think it's more of just like, it's just different. Fear and respect come from different places. Even in the real world, basketball and real life. Basketball and real life seem to be synonymous, especially for me, right? The people that acquire respect aren't the same people that acquire fear necessarily. Now, sometimes they're interchangeable, or sometimes they blend, right? Sometimes you fear somebody because you respect how good they can be. Sometimes you fear, you fear somebody making a shot, or you fear somebody, let's say in work, or you're competing with somebody in a certain area. You have a certain level of, maybe fear isn't the wrong word, but just understanding of their capabilities, and I guess you can call it fear. That sometimes they blend, but the fear, the things that get you feared isn't always the things that get you respect. It's not always the same. LeBron James, I think, has always been respected as a great player, but he's never, I don't think he's really, not never, but I don't think he's been, I don't think LeBron James was feared to the level of his greatness. I think that's the difference. I think, sure, are there some guys who feared LeBron? You got some guys like Gilbert Arenas who talks about, LeBron talked to him when he missed the free throws and things like that. But to the level of his greatness, I don't think LeBron was feared. I think LeBron was maybe feared to the level of maybe like a Dwayne Wade, or maybe even less than that. Maybe feared to the level, especially that time in Miami, of a top, maybe 20 player. I don't think LeBron was feared to the level of him being the best player in the league. And I think that's what a lot of people be getting at.
48 point game, and that's double overtime.
And that was the end of that.
Okay, I got it. But again, we could argue the definition of the word fear. I think the bad boy Pistons feared Michael Jordan because they thought he was inhuman. That they had Jordan rules in place, which is why Sam Smith named his book The Jordan Rules. It was off Detroit's Jordan Rules because they decided we got to hit him hard and foul him before a liftoff. Because if he lifts off, if he gets up off the floor at the basketball, we're done.
But guess what, Skip? They say give him the outside shot. Mm-hmm. We'll give him that, but we're not going to let him elevate on up. So basically, they were doing to Michael Jordan what they were doing to LeBron. Give him that. Skip, when Mike got into the league, Mike didn't have that deadly mid-range shot. He didn't have that fadeaway like he got, like he developed over time, because as his athleticism started to wane, where he couldn't fly to believe I can fly, all of a sudden he's like, well, I got to reinvent myself. Now he went to the post. Okay. The pitch or the low. And he could turn around and fade with the best of them. Kobe also adopted that. So it was called the evolution. But this notion that, but you said, Rio, they never said it, but you can see it, how they was fearful of LeBron. I'm like, bro, so what are you saying? Because very few, Skip, I don't think anybody said, well, I was afraid of Jordan. You just got a feeling from the moment that guys didn't play like they normally play. Guy averaging 30, all of a sudden he get 20.
Look, it's what you said about you walk in a room with the guy and you feel like he can levitate.
Yes.
Okay, that's what they thought.
Yes.
It's like pre-game. It's pre-tip. You look over there and you say, I don't know.
That's him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's him.
Yeah, are we gonna be able to control him at all? Is he just gonna be a terror tonight where we got no shot?
Right.
That's not how teams have looked at LeBron, but again, maybe more so today than yesterday,
Right.
back in these days.
But the guys, Skip, back then, there was guys that weren't as friendly. You know, a lot of these guys that started with the AAU. So you knew a lot of these guys, Skip. When you got to the league, you had, even if you skipped college, Skip, you had played against these guys 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. So you had seen all of these guys so much. It's like Jordan probably only saw Patrick Ewing maybe at Skip at the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, the only time.
Hold on, I'm just going to listen to what Mario Chalmers said really quick, and then because I actually didn't hear him speak directly.
Nobody fears Bron. Nobody's like, damn, I gotta go play this Bron tonight. Nobody said that. I don't know why.
Right.
Because I've seen people be scared when they actually line up to him, but they're not scared thinking about that matchup.
Right.
You hear anybody from that era talk about going against Jordan, there's a fear.
Right.
So when you have people that fear a player, then that's telling you something different already. Like, Jordan's just that guy, like, everything was, I want to be like Mike.
Right.
Nobody fears Bron. Nobody's like, damn, I gotta go play this Bron tonight. Nobody said that. I don't know why.
Right.
Because I've seen people be scared when they actually line up to him, but they're not scared thinking about that matchup.
Right.
Song was at the McDonald's All-American, or they used to have Adidas All-American game. They had like 2 or 3 All-American games.
Right.
That was the only time you saw them. Now, these kids now, Skip, they playing traveling ball at 8. So by the time they're 18, hell, they know everybody on first name basis.
Okay. What if I told you from the start? Jordan was not a nice guy. I like him. I got to
Right.
know him. You know him a little bit.
Yes.
But in the end, when it comes to this, he's not a nice
No.
guy. In fact, he's a terror. And LeBron is at heart a nice guy.
Yes.
And he wants to be liked by, he wants to be the ambassador of the league. He wants everybody
Right.
to, it's a whole different mindset.
It's a different
whole
energy.
different approach to basketball. He's the face of the league in a benevolent way.
Right.
Well, this guy was in a malevolent way,
Right.
the face of the league.
Right.
Because they're terrified
Right.
of him. Well, okay, so what Chalmers said when I first read it, it's like, duh. To me, it's Captain Obvious
Right.
stuff. And I would think if you called him up right now and said, what do you think, how controversial your quotes were? He'd say, they weren't controversial at all. I'm just stating a fact.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just say for the sake of...
And when you listen, when I watched it, there was no like maliciousness when it like I didn't get the feel like that he was trying to tear down LeBron. He was just like, nobody feared LeBron. I don't know why. Like, dude, like it was this energy. Like, I don't understand what was going on, because when they matched up on the court, like, niggas was afraid. But again, I think that goes to the point of niggas knew MJ was trying to embarrass them. They knew that pride. It was like, oh, I gotta guard Jordan. He might give me 50. Damn, Jordan is crazy. Kobe might dunk on me. Kobe might make me look stupid. MJ, sheesh, I don't know. MJ might have me. You saw what MJ did to bro last night? Man, where LeBron is like, it's not really that. Like, LeBron could get 30. Nobody really gonna trip. Nobody going like, nah, he violated. Like, you know, now once you get in the game, it's like, damn, I can't check, dude. You know, like, damn, I don't want to guard him. Like, he's so physically dominant. He's so skilled. I don't want to guard him, but I don't feel embarrassed about guarding him.
That Jordan and Kobe was close in age. Let's just say Jordan is 3 or 4 years older than Kobe. You think he takes Kobe up under his wings like he did?
No, absolutely not. N-O-T.
Exactly.
Because he didn't take Scottie Pippen up under his
He didn't
wing.
take nobody on his wing.
He didn't really like Scottie
For
Pippen.
whatever reason, Kobe just like was the little brother that just kept nagging on his big brother to take him with him.
Yeah,
And
that took
Took
time.
Yes.
Right.
Because remember the All-Star game, he's like, man, I ain't put that day, you know, that little Laker boy, you know, he gonna try to shoot all the
That's what he
shots.
said. That's what he said.
And so
I got it.
over time,
Yeah,
Kobe-
but Jordan had to be out for a while. He had to be completely retired and get it through his head. I am done with that.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to have a comeback.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he starts to warm to Kobe.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Kobe kept pushing and pushing until he got inside Jordan's heart. In a way, very few humans have ever gotten inside that man's heart.
I don't know if another basketball player has ever had.
I'm going to say never.
And I think he saw himself as a young Kobe Bryant. That's what he saw.
Yep. No, I got it. And Kobe definitely saw himself as the next
man.
Mike.
That man, he wanted to be like that man. Started walking like Mike. He chewed gum like Mike. He had the little wristband on his elbow and
the tongue. He went with the tongue. Yeah, the whole.
And he mastered it.
Yeah.
But Skip, this I mean, like I said, I believe that you can say Jordan is the GOAT without trying to step on LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm like a comment.
Okay, I got that, and I agree with that. I don't know for sure that Mario thinks Jordan's the GOAT. I think he does, but again, there's no connection from Mario to Jordan. Right. I mean, there's no crossover.
No.
Yeah. Right. And I don't know that he would know him or be close to him because he's not close to anybody.
No, there ain't a whole lot of people close to him.
Right. Okay.
Jordan got a force field around him.
So I don't know that he's defending Jordan. I just think he's blurting out the truth as he saw it through 4 years alongside LeBron. And it's credible because it's 4 years. It's not like 1 year. It's 4 years of up close and very personal.
But you know, Skip, thing is now, it's different now. Man, these kids don't fear Jack anyway.
Mm-mm.
These kids, Skip,
that's not in the vocabulary anymore.
No. I mean, these rappers like, man, I'm better than Tupac. Whoa, bro, slow down, bro. You just 2 weeks in the game, and you talking about you better than the Hawks, historically great.
There's no reverence.
None.
Reverence.
There used to be a reverence. Even Jordan had it for Dr. J.
He did.
And the old guys had it for. As the guys started to transition, you paid them respect.
Right. For Mr. Russell, you just paid him respect.
Yes.
And trust me, Michael had it for Bill Russell because 1 year is 98 when he won MVP in 98. We had a big media session at a hotel, and Mr. Russell came to present to him in front of maybe 50-odd reporters.
Right.
And listen, Michael Jordan was in awe, sitting up there on this little dais on stage next to Mr. Russell.
And I don't, like I said, I mean, there just to be a thing like, man, when you saw a LT or you saw a Reggie White or a Brucey and the great quarterbacks at the time, the Montana. I mean, I didn't look John was like, he was my teammate, so I didn't look at But you had a reverence to those guys.
You just do.
Even the old guard. I remember meeting Johnny Unitas for the first time, or Dick Butkus and Deacon Jones. It was like,
you're going to pay your respect.
Yes, sir.
They earned it.
Skip me, you have to Mr. This. Man, call me Deacon. Call me Dick. I was like, okay, but that was just the level. But it's a different time now, Skip.
Yeah.
And I don't know if these young guys, unless it's a Jordan. But for me, you didn't have to be a pantheon historically great for me to give you your respect in my sport.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks for watching Undisputed.
Peace.